Hey there, and welcome to our first Glow Bite.
We're Alicia
And Nicole, and each week, along with our full episodes, we're dropping these Glow Bites, which are quick listens with simple ideas, practices, and real talk you can tuck into your day whenever you need a little boost.
Today's quick pep talk is to help you embrace the season of life you're in.
So in our main episode this week, we talked a lot about how perimenopause can feel a little bit chaotic. It can feel like a little bit of a
Identity crisis.
right, a midlife crisis, exactly. And we talked about the fact that there's this negative energy around that. And there is a lot of really challenging shifts that happen in perimenopause.
Your body's going through it.
Your body's going through it. Your roles are changing in your life, both personally and professionally, perhaps. Obviously, your hormones are all over the place, and it can feel a little bit
like you're losing a little control.
Yes, exactly. Right. Like you're losing control and you don't know what to do, and it's
confusing. Lots of changes.
Frustrating.
Changes can be scary.
Right. Sleep changes and your body just
feels a little bit like someone you don't recognize sometimes.
Yeah, your body's not responding the way that it used to, and things are all over the place. But what we'd like to share, and this was something that I really thought was a helpful mindset shift that you shared, is that when you're going through these changes, especially as a mother, and I think a lot of women can probably relate to this, if you're a mother and you're kind of going through these things, a lot of things are shifting with your network, your community, your role in life. You're used to taking care of your kids and putting your family first and all of that. And then all of a sudden,
you have extra time and you have the flexibility and space to put yourself first.
right,
For the first time in a long time, maybe.
Yeah.
And it's really hard to know where to begin.
Right. But also exciting, right? Like, I think that was something that I thought was really powerful that you shared, that
you have that freedom
yeah,
to kind of reinvent yourself
Yeah.
and make yourself what you are. And it's exciting. Like if there were things that when you were in survival mode and you're burning the candle at both ends and you didn't have the luxury of being able to be who you wanted to be. Now you have that luxury. You have that freedom. And it's an exciting time.
That is exciting. And I love that mindset shift. Instead of it being all about this crisis that's difficult and challenging, which it still is, like there's no, definitely embrace where you are and acknowledge the challenge that it is to go through midlife in general, but perimenopause specifically, with all of the hormone changes, the role changes, the life changes, but then also taking time to put things into perspective and appreciate where you are now, and that you can start to focus on things that matter to you and to start putting yourself into the equation of your life.
Right, absolutely.
It can be really powerful to shift the way that you're thinking and start seeing it as an opportunity to reinvent yourself and shift into that best version of yourself that you get to choose. So in that light, we thought that it would be helpful and maybe encouraging, empowering to think this week, if you're in perimenopause and you're feeling like it's a little bit of a crisis mode right now, pick one small thing this week to nurture your sense of self, something that's for you and makes you feel amazing, like moving your body gently, maybe going for a walk, doing yoga, or doing a great sweaty workout that makes you feel wonderful. Drinking more water, hydrating well always makes you feel energized and refreshed.
Start a new morning ritual. This could be starting your essential oil diffuser. I know for me, scents really boost my mood. So if I get something going right away in the morning that energizes me.
Yeah.
Wear something that makes you feel good. I know that for me, that always helps. And I want to share that a couple of days ago, my daughter was having a rough day. And before she went to bed, she said, you know what? I want tomorrow to be better. So I'm going to wear something cute. And
I love that.
I love that. It starts from a young age. When you put yourself together, it gives you that extra boost and confidence.
Yeah. Makes you feel good.
So I love that. And that's an easy thing to do.
Definitely. Taking a quiet walk without your phone, or with your phone and putting on some relaxing music or uplifting music or whatever the case
maybe
is.
a podcast.
Maybe a podcast. But yeah, just choose something that's small that brings you joy and makes you feel wonderful is a good start.
Yeah, because these small shifts create big growth over time.
Definitely.
And it doesn't have to be this big overhaul.
No.
Just take little things that fill your cup and see how you feel.
It'll add up. James Clear wrote a book called Atomic Habits, and that's one of the things that he mentions is to just start with a 1% change. These tiny things that sometimes I think we overlook or think, oh, that doesn't matter. I think that's why so many people forget to focus on water, because it's like, oh, yeah, that's not a big deal. But then when you do hydrate yourself well, it's like, wow, that made a big difference. Yeah. So just those little 1% shifts are enough to get you to that next step, get you feeling a little bit better. And then it just turns into more momentum. So I think that's really powerful.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we'll end these shorter Friday episodes with either a quote, a journaling prompt to reflect on, or an affirmation to leave you with something positive and uplifting. Quotes are actually extra special to us because when we were growing up, our dad loved quotes. He would drive us to school and share what he called a thought of the day. And they were just different quotes. And at the end of the week, he would quiz us. Okay, what were the quotes this week? And we would talk about them. So he would share the quote and then he would say, well, what do you think that means? And that was just a really great memory. And I think I was in college when he took a bunch of the quotes that he had shared with us growing up and he laminated them and sent them to all of us. And he had a copy of them himself that he stuck all over his woodworking office. So quotes were really special to him. They are a special part of our life growing up, and just we have such great memories of
sharing the thoughts of the day.
Yeah.
He would also pick up some of our friends along the way to school. And I know one friend in particular, that was a big deal to her too.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, what's the thought of the day? And then going back and being able to review and talk about all of the thoughts of the day on Friday, starting from Monday, and even what it did for our memory.
Right.
Like you had to remember all of these, but that was just a really special memory and something that each of us, all of our siblings, really, it means a lot to us. And we really find inspiration and motivation in the thoughts of the day.
Right. The thought of the day that we wanted to share today is one of my absolute favorites. I love this one so much, and it fits perfectly in with our conversation. So Dr. Wayne Dyer says, if you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. If you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. So when you start seeing perimenopause as an opportunity for stepping into the best version of yourself and reclaiming or claiming maybe even the version of you that you want and that you are excited about and that's most aligned and joyful, shifting into that versus seeing perimenopause as just really challenging or difficult. It is challenging or difficult, but I think looking at it,
changing that perspective,
yes, is a beautiful thing. And hey, before you go, if you're craving a little more support and inspiration, subscribe to our free 5-day glow letters where we share notes straight to your inbox, full of wellness tips, mindset shifts, and midlife glow boost to support you through perimenopause.
Thanks for hanging out with us today. And if you loved today's Glow Bite, send it to a friend who could use a little glow boost too. We're all in this together. We'll see you next time.